Rural parts of Scotland will continue to suffer from patchy internet coverage despite the UK's four largest mobile networks agreeing a £1 billion deal to end poor rural mobile coverage. The Shared Rural Network, SRN, will see EE, O2, 3 and Vodafone work together to bring 4G coverage to 95% of the UK by the end of 2025. But it has emerged in Scotland, 25% will still not get coverage and will remain the biggest mobile reception losers. In August, research revealed that over 250,000 people living in rural parts of Scotland were receiving the worst mobile reception service in Britain due to poor signal coverage. It prompted calls for the government to come up with an urgent plan of action on how it expects to fulfil a 2017 pledge to expand coverage to 95% of the country by 2022. The deal is set to bring guaranteed coverage to 280,000 premises and 9,942 miles, 16,000 kilometres, of roads, with the biggest beneficiaries set to be Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The UK government, in announcing the world first deal, said it would make poor and patchy rural phone coverage a thing of the past. But beneath the spin, the details indicate that it will not actually bring poor rural mobile coverage to a complete end. The Department for Digital, Culture, Media and Sport coverage says that in Scotland, where there are unique geographical and landscape challenges and sparsely populated areas, coverage will rise by more than 10% to 91% from at least one operator and 74% from all four operators. This compares to 80% and 42% today, the department say. The consumer organisation Which said more clarity was needed from the government. Caroline Normand, Which Director of Advocacy, said, substandard 4G and broadband continues to be a huge problem for many people around the country, shutting them out of important online services and frustrating their daily lives, so it is good to see the government keeping its promise on this much-needed investment. When it comes to 4G, the government and industry must urgently clarify plans and how the right level of geographic coverage will be delivered if it is to match what people actually need. The consumer organisation last year found huge areas of rural Scotland were home to the UK's biggest 4G black spots for Britain's four major operators, EE, 3, O2 and Vodafone. A full analysis of the 650 parliamentary constituencies in the UK seen by the Herald showed that the 5 areas at biggest risk of mobile signal blackouts due to patchy coverage were all in Scotland. According to the government, other benefits to the new deal will include better coverage on 27,962 miles, 45,000 kilometres, of roads and indoor signals for around 1.2 million businesses and homes. Currently, around 9% of the UK's landmass. For more on this story, visit the news article link.